What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me. I'm out here at Somerset, just killing time till the Apple store see me, so that I can, get my headphone service. Like I got them on now. They've been working this morning, okay, but the last week it's been real spotty. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and get these taken care of. I gotta have my tunes when I'm out walking, when I'm at the gym. I gotta have my tunes, man. I can't be out here just walking and don't have that pep in my step. Don't have them bangers in my ears telling me to kill it. But we're gonna talk about women and feeling like men are intimidated by their success. This oftentimes is a cope I hear. Is usually by women who they're not getting the type of guys that they want. They've climbed the corporate ladder, they've achieved some success, and they think that the success itself turns men off or makes men intimidated by them. And it's just a cope. There's no other way to put it. Men are not intimidated by anyone's success. Men are not intimidated by another man's success. So they certainly are not intimidated by the success of a woman, especially when whatever success you have, I as a man, I'm not really going to benefit from it. So why would this be in any way, shape, or form scary to me or any other man? Women typically don't share their bag with men. Whatever money that they get, that's their money. Any man that they get with, they want that man to either be equally yoked, as they always say. They want that man to be on the same level as them, if not better. I'm gonna go ahead and take the escalator up, killing time. So why not, right? We can hit that second floor up. But they want a man to be equally yoked at the very least. They typically want the man to be earning more than them. So let's just throw out some simple numbers. If you're making $150K a year as a woman and I'm making $200K a year, I'm paying all the bills anyway. So your money really doesn't matter to me. It's never going to matter to me because your money that you're going to spend on what you want, be that Coach luggage or designer sunglasses, just whatever fancy car, usually a Benz they seem to really like. Just these are gonna be things that you use your money for. You're not really gonna be doing anything for me with that money. So your money doesn't really matter to men one way or another. The real problem that they always use this to cope with is them. It's not that the man is intimidated by your success because he has no reason to be. You being successful, the degree of your success is really not a big deal to him. The problem is that a lot of the women that make a few dollars, they've got a little bit of a mouth. They have climbed the corporate ladder, become a bit successful, and they don't know how to turn that off. They want to be the boss at work or boss girl, and they don't want to fall under the leadership and headship of a man. Men understand that, so they just typically stay away from that type of woman. It's not that you're intimidating in any way, shape, or form. Why would he be intimidating by someone that, let's just be for real here. You can't do anything to him. You can't whoop him. You can't beat him in any way. Like, no one is intimidated by someone that cannot hurt them. So this is just a really odd thing to say, and that's how you know it's a cope. It really makes no sense. It's not that a man is intimidated by you. It's the fact that the man knows you're not going to bring him peace. You're going to be a chaotic entity in his life, and he's simply choosing not to deal with it. So that's what it is. No one's intimidated by you. Simply choosing peace over chaos It's not being intimidated. That's just being smart. Inviting someone into your life that is going to be disagreeable, that is not going to want to get on board with your program, is going to be challenging on every front, this and that. They want to wear the pants, essentially. It's like they say they want a man that's a leader and a provider, but when they get that type of man, they are constantly bucking with him when it comes to doing that. It's like they want to compete with you for the man's spot. It's almost adversarial. And when you identify that, that's just not something that you want to invite into your life. So, the coping thing, I hear this a lot, that's not the only cope, but that is the most common one that I hear of men being intimidated. And it's like, sis, if you can't ever land the type of man that you want, at what point do you look at you as possibly being the problem? Not even saying you are the problem. At what point do you look at you as even possibly being the problem? Like you could possibly be a contributing factor to why you're not getting the type of men that you want. The type of men that you do attract, you don't want them. And that's usually because they're not the strong, masculine, go-getters, movers and shakers that you desire. You'll entertain those guys, but you usually don't respect them. You talk down to them because you're making more money than them. Usually you feel like you're above them. And, I understand how hypergamy works. So I get that that'll be a thing. But you need to understand that that's a thing. So the guys that are achieving less than you feel like you're too good for, you feel like you're above. So even if you give one of those guys a chance, you're never going to treat him, you're never going to treat him well. You're never going to give him the respect that you should as your significant other, as the man of your life, simply because he earns less. But then when you get a man, the kind you say you want, when you have him in your life, this is why they don't keep you. Because that guy, you try to do the same things to him that you did with the guy you believe you were above. A guy that's making more money than you, a guy that, is very successful, he's not about to deal with some argumentative, disagreeable woman. That's just not something that he wants to waste any time on. So you have to understand these things. No one's intimidated by your success. The problem is your attitude, your mouth. You're too argumentative, you're too disagreeable. You want to compete with the man instead of being his woman and enhancing his life. And that's why you can't get and retain the type of men that you want. Because a lot of you will say, well, I've dated six-figure men. And I believe that. If you're an attractive woman, you probably have. But the problem is you can't retain any of them. You may be able to go out on a few dates. As I said, if you're an attractive woman, there's the aspect of, they'll go to bed with you, of course, but none of them are trying to wife you. And that's because you're not wife material usually. Argumentative, disagreeable, boss babe just typically doesn't make a good wife for that type of man. So try to understand. It's not about intimidation. He's just simply choosing peace in his life. More likely than not, the reason why you got kicked to the curb is because just in the handful of dates, he already seen just that boss babe energy. You weren't going to be a right fit for him. So you can't say somebody is intimidated by simply doing what's best for them, because you're doing what's best for you, right? So how is it okay for you to do what's best for you when someone else does what's best for them? When it comes to the man doing what's best for him, it's something negative. It has to be, he's scared, he's intimidated, he can't handle me, I'm too much woman. Listen, all that stuff, it may sound impressive to other women. It does not sound impressive to us. No man wants to hear, he has to be able to handle me. No man wants to be able to handle you. Like, we're not interested, okay? A chick that's talking about he got to be able to handle me, that's a red flag. That's telling us she is not going to bring peace to us. She is going to bring chaos. So as I said, that may sound cool to your girlfriends, but you're not trying to marry your girlfriends. You're trying to, marry a man. So that he got to be able to handle me. You got to dare that, man. That's just not that's just not it. But I appreciate y'all connecting with me. Leave me them comments. Let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all connecting with me as always. Like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. I still got a bit of time to kill because my appointment ain't for a while. So I might do another video while I'm here. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.